welcome back to Sophie's Sofa. We have a very special guest today. Thank you so much for being here, Jane. You might know her as Jane or Jane's Glow Bar, or like I met her, Facials by Jane. She has a bunch of little names that are attached to her. So she's your go-to girl for skin and self-care. She's an advanced aesthetician and skincare expert. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
So first of all, tell me how you're doing with the quarantine. Like nice and simple. How's everything been?
Good. No, definitely very thankful. We're all healthy. My family's fine. I'm not currently seeing clients right now, so that has been a little bit tricky, but we're safe and that's what matters.
Right, exactly. So you're a skincare expert, like you like to say, and I like to say as well. How did you get into skincare? So take me through an overview of basically how you started and to where you are today.
So it's a funny story, actually. I was a freshman in high school. I was 15, and back then it was all about makeup. People wouldn't pay much attention to like having the glowing skin. And for me, I was so obsessed and I had a big passion about skin condition, like actual medical conditions.
Right.
A funny story is that I suffered from seborrheic dermatitis, which is a type of eczema.
Okay.
And I would always have that chronic condition, especially when I was stressed out. So from there was when I raised the passion for skin in general. And then I wanted to be a dermatologist. And then I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do the whole 10, 12 years. And then I became an esthetician. And I became a medical esthetician by working with a board certified dermatologist. So that's how I started. I was always very into like skin and having the clear skin and like the different types of like acne grades and how amazing it is if you have like a full routine, if you get facials, and then you can get yourself to where you want to have like really clear skin.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. Exactly. Especially when the first thing I say when people are like, oh my God, your skin looks so good. Your skin great. I'm like, go, here you go. Here's the Instagram, girl. Go over there. But definitely recommend it. And so a day in the life for you, let's not talk quarantine right now, with what you're doing at home, kind of thing, very entrepreneurial, and you're deciding to do your own thing and you're getting your clients through Instagram and through all that. So what's a day in the life for you with a booked skincare schedule?
So you mean before this quarantine?
Yeah, before quarantine.
So a day would be I wake up, I start seeing clients as early as 9 a.m. because it just depends on the person's schedule. And within that, I would do like different types of facial, meaning like anti-aging, acne, microneedling for like severe scarring and pigmentation from like sunspots or just from like scarring itself.
Right.
And in that clients like like their service, I will also speak to them like thoroughly like what I'm doing and like talk to them about tips. So like, you know, like don't touch your face, or like what are you doing, or like what products are you using, things like that. So that's like my day-to-day, and I will start as early as 9 a.m.
Right.
And then I will finish around like 6 p.m. roughly. Some depends on like the client. And then after I will go on and like do like charts, like medical, like skincare tips charts for my Instagram, or like when I have a chance, I'll get on Instagram and I'll talk through my story, like, hi, how are you guys doing? And now I recently just did a YouTube channel too. So now I'm going to start putting like skincare tips on my YouTube channel as well, and try to do like routines, talk to them about like what to look for in ingredients, things more like medical wise.
Right. And I like that because a lot of people might just be someone who give facials or do different, types of things for your skin, and you go to them and then you never see anything about them again in a way, and they don't learn for themselves. So with you, people can go to you, and like you said, you speak to us, because I've gotten 2 or 3 facials with Jane, and she speaks to you about things that you should do, maybe things you can incorporate. So it's so beneficial, because the saying, like, you can teach a man to fish, or you can give a man to a fish, but you're not really teaching him. So with you, people actually learn something, which is extremely important.
That's like my main goal, though. That's why I want to say like makes me a different esthetician, because like I don't want to give you like the relaxing experience. Don't get me wrong, my facials are relaxing. Like I still try to make it very environmental, peaceful, and everything. But like I really want you to see a result, even if it's something simple as like I have una mancha, which is like a sunspot on my face. Like what can I do? Like I want you to see a result, and I want you to incorporate these skincare tips, because a lot of people neglect that our skin is our largest organ.
Right.
If you really take care of your skin, that's gonna like reflect in the long run. And that's also a very big problem with everyone nowadays, where they just touch their face or they use like all
Right.
these crazy products and they don't even know like where to start or what to do.
Agreed. And we talked about facials, but you also have began to offer different things. So you're now doing more of a self-care approach, and you're offering glows like fake tans and stuff. It's very
Yes, so that's a funny story. Yes, so I'm really big on SPF, and I'm not getting sun. I'm a super white girl, like especially right now, unfortunately, like I'm so white.
right.
But it's very crucial because there is something called skin cancer, and you can get it as early as 18-year-old. Like if you don't really work with your SPF, like you can have long-term effects. Not now, but it does come out. So working with a dermatologist taught me so much about how important it is for us to have SPF every single day, apply it, and avoid tanning beds. So what better alternative than getting like actual sun than having in a spray tan? So it's a completely organic solution. It doesn't make you look like an Oompa Loompa. It's very natural, very, very beautiful. And it lasts up to 2 weeks, so it's great.
Awesome.
That's what I'm doing now.
And this is just a personal question. Do you also spray tan people's faces? Like, is that part of the routine, or is it?
So it doesn't clog your pores. The solution is not. It's not gonna come. It's non-comedogenic, so it's not gonna clog your pores. Some girls like it. Some people don't. It's more of a preference. I do because, like I said, I'm very white and I just want to have like a full even tan. But some girls just match it with their foundation.
Okay, right. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so now with skincare in general, for people kind of our age, people learning about skincare, what are some of the top mistakes you see girls do, and boys, whoever you've heard of that has come to you, and what is your best advice to those mistakes?
Oh, okay. Oh my God, there's so many. But from the top of my head,
yeah, the one that first comes to your head.
The one that first comes to my head is those little vacuum pores tools that they sell online, or like the derma rollers, or like using the pore strips that like you apply on your. So the reason why I mentioned that little vacuum, that's like a suction. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like a manual.
Yeah.
Those are so bad because you're accumulating bacteria. Unless you have an actual sterilizer machine in your home, which I'm sure none of you guys do because it's just realistic. Like it's so expensive and you only see that in medical clinics. Yeah. Then you use it. But you're accumulating the bacteria and then you go and use it again. Also, those Clarisonics, those are so, it's the same concept. You're accumulating bacteria. Even though if you clean it with alcohol, you're not really disinfecting it. So that's one of the main mistakes I see people do. And you know the rollers.
Actually, yeah, I see the tube rollers and the Clarisonics that you said. Is there any good one that people can buy, or are they all kind of not good for you? Like, is there?
I don't recommend them at all, even if because I know there's like crazy expensive facial brushes. Right. But like I said, unless you're disinfecting and sterilizing that tool, then you use it. But there's no way that you were really gonna sterilize them. So I don't recommend them at all because think of it like this: the bacteria stays in the tool. The minute you put it in your face, even with your cleanser, you're still transferring it. Right. So there's no point. That's one of the biggest mistakes. Another mistake that I would really say is people that dye themselves off celebrities and their products and like what works for them.
That's for everything, though. Everything. Like diets, hair care, all that stuff. And sometimes we forget that a lot of celebrities with their platform, they have so many brand deals and so many things that they can say, listen, just say that you use this once, and they could use it once and say, oh my God, it's amazing. And then millions of girls and people are using it. And it's just because they got paid to say that. So I can totally see that.
Yeah, that's one of the main things. Also, like, it's easier for you to guide yourself off someone that has a platform, like you're saying, and buy a product, than you actually looking into the ingredients and you doing your research if this really is going to benefit me. So it's people usually guide themselves off celebrities and people that recommend you a product, but in reality that's not the right thing to do.
Right. I completely agree. That's definitely something. Like with me, I noticed that I try to not look up skincare videos and all this unless it's a licensed professional, or unless it's you. Like I always go to you and ask you directly, because what works for me might not work for someone else, what works for someone else might not work for me. And you get overwhelmed. I think a problem that I see with a lot of people is that they look up so much about how to fix some certain part of their skin or their hair or anything. And you get overwhelmed with so much information and you don't even know which one's the right information.
And then you end up buying so many products and you end up wasting so much money. And in reality, you don't even need to.
Right.
That's the main problem. And I agree with that. Don't get me wrong. I'm a very blunt person. Like, I'm so honest, and I'll like tell you like, no, don't use that. But that's beside the point. But most of the part, my clients or people that know me, like, they'll come to me and they're like, can I use this? And I will really look into the ingredients and tell you, like, you may be able to see somewhat of a result, but in reality, it's not going to penetrate deep in your skins for you to see an actual benefit from the product. So it's tricky. It's tricky.
Right. Okay, so going back to facials. Now, people can't get facials once a week. That's like too much. It's overdoing it, right? So how often should people get facials, and why do you think it's beneficial to like once a month or once however long you're going to say to get that deeper clean?
So it depends on the person. Everyone's skin is different. We all have different skin types. I usually recommend for you guys to do them in general monthly or every 3 months max. Why is it beneficial? Because we're accumulating dead skin cells. Some people really suffer from blackheads. You don't even have to break out. You just have a lot of blackheads in your chin or your nose. Getting those blackheads out from the root and getting all that accumulated dead skin cell,
right?
And it's just the turnover of your cells. That's what keeps your skin very healthy. So it's always beneficial to get a facial in general. Even if you have beautiful skin and you have clear skin, you can do it, like I said, every 3 months. That's what I recommend max. Now, if you have acne, if you have severe pigmentation and scarring, then you want to do it every month because you're on this journey for clear skin, completely clear skin. That's like what I would recommend.
Right. And I think it also comes down to the person. Like you said, everyone's different. So with the quarantine right now, people can't go and you can't see them physically and decide what's going to happen, like what you want with them skincare wise, but you are offering virtual consults, right? So talk about what you're doing right now and how that could help someone watching this video that wants to start facials, but right now they can't. So what can they do because of the quarantine?
So right now I'm offering free virtual consultations. It could be through Zoom, through Skype, FaceTime, or if you're too shy, which happens most of the time, I just want really bare pictures of your skin in all angles. And with that, I send you a questionnaire of your skin type, what are your skin concerns and your goals. And what I do is that I send you a full medical grade skincare line from a line that I work with that's a medical grade, because there's a difference between a cosmetic product and a medical grade, which is huge topic, but I have it on my Instagram if you guys want to look into that. Right. And that I do like a morning routine, a night routine, and a weekly routine. Weekly meaning exfoliation and a mask. Right. But that's what I try to offer right now, because obviously like I can't do facials right now, but I do want them to have a full skincare routine and a regimen weekly. That way that you can do like your home facial in a way.
Perfect. So definitely I'm gonna put her Instagram right under her, so you guys probably are watching that right now. Make sure to give her a follow. And now, like, let's end up on people getting into skincare, people who actually want to start taking care of their skin a little bit better. What are the first things people should focus on? So should they go get a cleanser first, or should they focus on just wearing less makeup? Like, what do you want someone who has no idea how to take care of the skin to start doing?
I feel like the best beginner type of like input in a skincare routine is definitely a good cleanser for your skin type. So like if you have dry skin, look for like a creamy cleanser. If you have like normal to like oily skin, look for like a foaming cleanser. Now the brand, it just depends. If you want to get something really inexpensive, I would say from a drugstore product, CeraVe is a good brand. If you want to get like a medical grade cleanser, there's the one that I work with right now is Glymed Plus, and their medical will penetrate more into your skin, which is you have an epidermis and you have a dermis, so it will penetrate more into your dermis, and then you're going to see more of a result. But not everyone can afford a medical grade product. So I would say either start with like something like the CeraVe, and then look into a cleanser either foaming or hydrating, like creamy. And moisturizer, that's something that you always have to have. Either you're dry or oily, and you want to make sure that you have hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is the one ingredient you want to look into your moisturizer. And the best part of your skincare routine, not a lot of people love this, but it's going to be sunscreen. You don't even have to be outside, but sunscreen in general, and you have to look for 2 ingredients. So you have to have zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. Those are the 2 ingredients that your sunscreen has to have, no matter what brand it is. So that's the beginner skincare that I would say, like, for anyone to start.
Okay. Yeah. And I think people have to remember, sometimes we've talked about this before when you did a facial, that simple can be better, and to not overwhelm yourself with like these serums and these acids and all that stuff. Like, just keep it simple. Have a nice cleanser and a nice moisturizer in the morning, at nighttime, and I think you're on your a good start to your journey with clear skin.
Now, once you're comfortable and once you want to like treat like acne or like rosacea or like pigmentation or scarring, then you can like add an antioxidant serum and things like that. But like for a beginner, and even for men too, like all you need is cleanser, moisturizer, and sunscreen.
Yeah,
that's
all right. Thank you so much for being here again on Sophie's virtual sofa. Like I said, everyone, please go ahead and give her a follow. She's very informative, which is so helpful, because then you actually start to learn about your own skin and how you can make it better, rather than just doing what someone else is telling you, you know? So again, thank you, Jane, so much.
Thank you so much for having me. It was so much fun.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time on Sophie's Sofa. Bye.
Bye.